Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Carol. I'm head of marketplaces here at Knock Knock. I'm responsible for the sales and negotiation with marketplaces across Latin America. I'm here today with Maria Lopetti and Cecilia Valle, our account managers for sellers, to talk a bit about how ads and other growth strategies can help you scale your sales in marketplaces. I hope you enjoyed this workshop. Next, Cecilia, please. Next one. So, publishing your products on marketplaces is a big step towards reaching more customers, but adopting a few extra strategies is important to make your products more visible and attract more visits and more sales. Creating ads campaigns on marketplaces is one of these strategies. The type of ads available on marketplaces is sponsored products, which is a form of advertising that gives greater exposure to products within marketplaces. The only thing we have to do is to create a campaign, add all the SKUs we want to this campaign, set a daily budget, and set a cost per click for each product. An advertising campaign brings visibility to the products. When the campaign is created, all the products within the campaign will appear in a higher position on the search page when people search for this product, for the product's keywords, for similar terms, etc. So the ads will be delivered to people who are more likely to buy the product. There are also some key factors for running quality ads, which are first, making sure that the product listing is clear with good images, a good title, a good description, and with all the necessary attributes, so as to not generate any doubt for the customer who clicks on this publication. Secondly, defining the daily budget for the campaign to avoid spending more than we would like to, and defining a cost per click strategy. If it's a product that doesn't have a lot of competition, the recommended cost per click will be a little lower. But if it's a product that has a lot of competition, the suggested cost per click is usually more expensive because whoever pays the most gets the space in the top positions. It's also important to say that we are only charged if people click on the product through the ads campaign, which means if we put a product in a campaign and it's being seen by customer, if people don't click on it, it won't be charged anything. Other key factor is tracking performance and conversions. All the marketplaces share with us the performance data of the ads. And this is key to analyzing the products we are selling because if customer clicks on the product, it shows that they were interested in the product. But if that click doesn't convert into a sale, we can try to understand why. Whether the price was not attractive, it was not competitive, there was lack of information about the product, or confusion information in the publication. A very common example is if you have a product that is a chair cover in a campaign and the main photo of the product is a chair with the cover, but a chair. People may click on it thinking that you are selling a chair. Then they check the description and notice it's not a chair. It's actually a cover for the chair. They will leave the publication without buying it. But this click will be charged. That's why it's so important that the first image of the product shows very clearly what the product really is. Next, please, Cecily. Here we have an example of how ads are displayed in the search page in one of the marketplaces we work with. Next, please. Well, the best time to invest in ads is right when the product is published, so that customers can get to know it and to build relevance to the product. But it's never too late to invest. We can create campaigns strategies for different type of products. New products that we want to make known, products with great discounts we want to boost, seasonal products that we want to promote, and also top selling products that we want to keep top of mind for customers. And we can know that a net campaign for a product is profitable by measuring the ROI, the return over investment. That is, how much GMV the product brings compared to the amount invested. When we invest more than we get in return, it means the campaign is not profitable, and we need to analyze the possible reasons in order to rethink the strategy. Next, please. Here's a good example of a product we put in an ad campaign and it brought us over 38% growth in GMV and 50% growth in orders. It shows that if we have a good pricing and ads strategy, we can have great results. Next, please. Well, now let's talk a bit about discount campaigns and marketplace exposure. It's worth saying that, as well as investing in ads, we should also invest in discounts. That is because there's not much point in having exposure if we do not have a competitive price. And well, every month, the marketplace share with us the most important events they have coming up and opportunities for exposure. They always ask us to share with them in advance a list of products that could participate and the prices with discounts so that they can analyze and include them in the campaigns. The campaigns that bring the highest ROI are the major commercial events such as Hot Sale, especially in Mexico and Argentina, El Buen Fin in Mexico, and of course, Black Friday. Taking part in these campaigns is a must. But actually, for sellers, participating in every campaign is essential because this is a great opportunity to take advantage of marketplace traffic and investment and bring more visibility to our products. Next, please. Okay, so often when we commit to making good discounts on our site, we manage to negotiate with the marketplace an extra discount on their site or discount coupons for selected products as well. It's very good because it's a chance of improving the competitiveness of the products. In the following slides, I will show you the main display spaces that are in the marketplaces. Next, please. First, we have the home banners. For example, a Children's Day banner where we can put all the products that are compatible with this category, or the Black Friday or El Buen Fin banner, which usually are the banners that bring more traffic to the marketplaces. Next, please. We also have an exclusive banner for an important specific date. For example, this banner we have on Magalu, a big Brazilian marketplace, every 11th of the month. It's exclusively for imported products. Last month, this campaign increased our sales up to 500% compared to other days of the month. Next, please. We also have the category banners on the main page of the marketplace. For example, a banner for beauty products, electronics, for supplements and vitamins, where we can put several products from these categories with an attractive discount. Next, please. This one is the International Products landing page, where we can place many of the products from our store so the customers that are looking for international products can have access. Next, please. And last but not least are the lightning deals and the deals of the day. These are highly prestigious spaces within marketplaces, which usually last between 24 to 72 hours. And to achieve this exposure, the discount needs to be very aggressive and the price must be the best in the market. So it's important to have in mind that to win the most exposure within the marketplaces, it will depend on the relevance of the product to customers, if the product is a hype, and if the price is competitive. Now I'll leave you with our account management team. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol, for sharing this information. Just a quick reintroduction. Here is Cecilia from the account management team. I'm with Maria, who is an account manager as well. So now what we wanted to do is see how the sales team tackles everything Carol's mentioned. So we work very closely together. So we want to see how these marketplaces opportunities translates into the seller catalog demand and how these two parts work together. So to start with, we have everything regarding pricing competitiveness and how to grow sales. The first one would be the price opportunities. So, of course, in order to sell, good pricing is key for conversion. That should go next to everything that Carol mentioned regarding the quality of the item and the exposure. But first of all, we look at how the seller offers compares within the same sellers on Knock Knock for the same item. So this way is what we call the buy box. So this buy box, which is this competition, divides in two parts. The first part is the one that we manage between sellers, that we are progressively launching a tool, which you are able to see here as a demo. Basically, we want to show our sellers which are the items that have the best deal possible of an item. So this way the seller knows that you have reached like a competitive pricing amongst other sellers. We also give visibility of the items that are out of stock in order to restock. Maria later will explain how this impacts in the sales opportunity. And we also have the items that have the pricing opportunities. Here we give the seller the visibility of the lowest offer, which is the one that should be winning the internal offering in Knock Knock. And that offer is the one that we are going to compare with the second part of the competition, which is the marketplace. So although a seller has a good pricing, we have to make sure that the pricing we are offering for that seller is the winner of the marketplaces as well. Mercado Libre, for example, works this way. So if you have the best pricing for an item, you're going to get the better exposure, you're going to get the better conversion and the better traffic of the sales for that publication. So this aspect is super key in order to manage conversion for an item. Next, please, Ceci. The other part that we manage as a strategy are the seller-led discount campaigns. As you can see on the print here, we have a tool on the Seller Center, which is called Seller Campaigns, in which the account manager or perhaps the marketplaces team as well could lead for a selection of items in which we are interested in applying a discount that should be taken consideration from the seller, so it should be applied on the FOB price of the seller on the seller behalf. We use this for different purposes, such as rotating inventory for items that sellers are not seeing sales and want to try selling in LATAM. Also for items that perhaps sellers have overstock, items that the sellers are having on clearance, for example, and they want to translate that into our platform for a period of time. Of course, this brings an increasing of sales volume, which is the expected. And sometimes when we work with Carol's team, perhaps what we do, let's say, for example, we have a very aggressive discount in a campaign on a marketplace, and we need a super high discount in order to be part of. So sometimes we ask the seller for collaboration in order to be part of the campaign and get the sales going for that specific demand. So now I will let Maria explain you how we also manage the opportunity, taking a look at the inventory and the catalog management. Next, Ceci.
Thank you, Ceci. Let's move to expansion and inventory management. I will now share some insights on what we as account managers, we handle on a daily basis. The first point there is expansion opportunities. The marketplace team shares demands, trends, and wish list with us, like, for example, Korean skincare or a character product that after a movie is released. So what we do is we go and see if we already have those items in our active catalog, and if we do, we quickly promote them. And if we don't, we share the information with the sellers and they actually source them possibly as fast as we can have them active again. The second one is inventory monitoring. Here what we do is we track stock levels for key items and we share insights with the sellers. This is crucial because when a product runs out of stock, the SKU is automatically paused. The SKU loses all visibility and exposure until it is replenished. So some marketplaces even require a minimum stock level to participate in campaigns. So this is why not running out of stock is that important, not only to affect the current sales, but also not to slow down the growth. The next one is improving product listings. Our goal here is actually to the product be easy to understand. We ensure listings have clear titles and optimized descriptions and attributes so customers can quickly see the key features and actually buy what they're looking for. Carol also explained how important this point is on every listing. The next one is a common question seller usually asks us is how do we stand out against local sellers? Well, we work together with Carol's team from different marketplaces to use a variety of tools that have already been mentioned, but just to highlight a few, how we boost visibility of our items. We we use campaigns to reach the right audience, brand stores to showcase products on a premium way, coupons or flash sales to drive conversions, securing prime placements on the marketplace sites, or even seasonal or event promotions to capture peak demand. And finally, we also support new product launches. When a sellers want to launch a new product in LATAM, they can invest in local influencers who create content and visibility to where the seller may not have direct reach. We support the seller in this purpose, and we also support Knock Knock exclusive products, which are unique items that are available only through our platform. So in summary, everything that we've covered so far, from pricing and discounts, expansion, stock, product listing, all ties back to one important thing. We just help sellers grow with the right visibility strategy to sell in LATAM. We will now share two real seller success stories that have real results, and we hope this motivates other sellers to replicate strategies that have already delivered strong results with us.
So here we can see this is Chachi Toys, a seller that I work with. Here what we did, he's a seller that basically specializes in custom design interactive toys. We did a proposal on having an exclusive toy in which the design was proposed by the seller initially. There, as you can see, what we did is we make sure that the publications had like the exclusive Knock Knock label. We also generated AI videos in order to have the best quality listing in Mercado Libre, for example. And the seller also added the Knock Knock branded on the product information. As you can see, there is like a zoom on a collectible card that the item has, that the item was exclusive for Knock Knock. This was a super great start with the seller, since after this, now we are working on generating new toys specifically for the LATAM consumers, such as Capybara, for example, which is super searched in Brazil and other countries. So this was a great start to start building next steps with the seller, since it had like a super great impact. Yeah, so basically, if you want, Maria, you can share the next one, please.
Yes, this is the Latafa success. It's we began selling Latafa products in January 2024, and we've seen a tremendous increase in sales, as you can see in the figures right there. Latafa Sad, that's the picture we're sharing, has remained a top seller for many months and also helped boost other Latafa products. Everything started with a sad, but in very fast pace, actually other Latafa products also follow the steps. And we also see strong growth in Arabic perfumes in LATAM, in all the countries, like brands like Afnan, Armaf, Maison Alhambra. They are also following the Latafa footsteps. So yes, that was a huge success in LATAM countries. Okay, well, This is so far the content of the workshop. I hope you enjoy it, and we thank you for participating, and we hope you find the information useful. Now we will leave a few minutes if you have any questions or you want to share with you any doubts of what we've shared so far. So while you think about the questions, I'm going to just quickly share a guide on how you can sign up through our website, or even there, you will see in the next slide a QR code that you can also use to sign up. It's very fast. You will be selling in 5 countries in 48 hours. It's truly easy and friendly. So we encourage everyone to share the information and also sign up if you haven't done it yet.
Yeah, and just a quick reminder that the information that was provided on the workshop we will share with you after this, so you can review the information later and take a look at it. So yeah, we're hoping for the questions.
We'll give a few minutes there.
We have one question here that I don't know if you want to answer, Carol, but it is how can we start using advertising tools?
Yeah, you can let us know the products you want to advertise, and then the budget you are willing to invest, and then we can create. My team is responsible for creating the advertising campaigns for our sellers, and we can share the results as well.
So perhaps to start with, we have to set up like a budget with the seller. How much is he able to invest? So from on top of that, we can see how far we can go with the marketplace strategies, right? So
Exactly that. When we have a, I'm sorry, when we have a budget, it's easier for us to define the strategy, how much we will spend day by day. So then we can spend like inside the budget and do not spend more than we were willing to.
So we have another question. There is, are there any integrations options available if I want to avoid any manual steps to our workflow? So yes, of course, the answer is yes. We have a dedicated technical account team that basically what we do is we gather the seller feedback in order to have as much integrations as we can. So nowadays we have several options. The first one is of course our seller center portal. Then we have the API, which sellers that have perhaps custom integrations can integrate to. We also support Shopify, Seller Cloud, and GoFlow. Those are main platforms that sellers in the US use mostly. But of course, we are always open to listen to new requirements. As I mentioned, we have a dedicated team that gathers the seller feedback in order to avoid the integration issues to be a problem to get to Knock Knock. We want to provide an experience that is as seamless and as similar as possible to other merchants.
I will take the next question. It says, how can Knock Knock help me make better decisions with my catalog? I think that we are from day one, we're data driven, so we're definitely providing weekly reports that includes sales analysis, stock coverage, top selling items from that same seller, the category that seller is selling, but also from the top sellers that Knock Knock as a complete platform is also selling. So yes, what I think that essentially we've covered with this workshop are like how we help the sellers make better decisions on their catalog and how to invest in LATAMs through ads or through coupons or whatever it's available from us to you guys. So I think that, well, we've covered all the information we had. I don't know if there are any more questions. No? Okay, well, as Cecilia said, we will share the workshop to you guys and you can review it anytime. And thank you everyone for joining us today. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.